Hello everyone. On the occasion of World Interfaith Harmony Week, I'm going to sing a song composed by Rabindranath Tagore at the age of 19. My commentator is Srecko, who is an assistant professor of theology and leadership at Amsterdam. The motif of the world as a terrifying ocean with turbulent waves is often recalibrated in Indo-Islamic poetry to invoke the Prophet Muhammad as the compassionate boatman who will guide us to safe harbor. I'm grateful to Srecko for also illuminating some theological resonances with the Psalms of the Hebrew Bible. তোমারে করিয়াছি জীবনের ধ্রুব তারা এ সমুদ্রে আরো কভু হব না কো পথহারা তোমারে করিয়াছি জীবনের ধ্রুব তারা এ সমুদ্রে আরো কভু হব না কো পথহারা যেথায় আমি যাই না কো তুমি প্রকাশিত থাকো যেথায় আমি যাই না কো তুমি প্রকাশিত থাকো আকুল নয়ন জলে ঢালো গো কিরণ ধারা তোমারে করিয়াছি জীবনের ধ্রুব তারা তব মুখ সদা মনে জাগিতেছে সঙ্গোপনে তিলে কো অন্তর হলে নাহেরি কুল কিনারা তব মুখ সদা মনে জাগিতেছে সঙ্গোপনে তিলে কো অন্তর হলে নাহেরি কুল কিনারা কখনো বিপথে যদি ভ্রমিতে ছাহে হৃদি কখনো বিপথে যদি ভ্রমিতে ছাহে হৃদি অমনি অমুখ হেরি সরমেশে হয় সারা তোমারে করিয়াছি জীবনের ধ্রুব তারা.
Dear Ankur, thank you very much for having invited me to contribute to your project. As Tagore is a great figure, it is my pleasure to reflect on certain aspects of how some biblical texts can contribute to understanding themes that transcend cultural, historical, and religious boundaries, highlighting their universal relevance. Sacred texts, whether from the Bible or other traditions, offer timeless insights that help us explore profound questions about existence, morality, and the divine. They bridge cultures and histories, offering wisdom that remains relevant across time and space. This universality is echoed, for instance, in the work of the Slovenian poet and thinker Srecko, who admired Tagore a lot. Kosovel compared the evocative power of Tagore's language to that of the Gospels, illustrating how truths expressed in different cultural contexts can resonate across diverse traditions and perspectives. This shared sense of universality, as Kosovel and Tagore exemplify, invites a closer exploration of the transcultural and archetypal dimensions of sacred literature. By focusing on symbols such as the ocean, the pole star, and the frail boat, Tagore shows how these enduring images transcend specific cultural and historical contexts, expressing universal truths that connect disparate traditions and authors. Tagore's poem uses a profound metaphor where the ocean symbolizes samsara, the endless cycle of impermanence, ignorance, and suffering. Within this vast and turbulent sea, human life is depicted as a fragile boat, vulnerable to the unpredictable waves of uncertainty and despair. Amid the chaos, the pole star stands as a symbol of God, offering steady guidance and hope and light in the darkness. This imagery finds a powerful parallel in the Bible, which also explore and depict the human condition and emphasize the constancy of God's presence. I would now like to explore several key aspects I see in the Psalms: the transient nature of life, the search for understanding amid ignorance, the experience of suffering and divine comfort, and the unwavering devotion to God. The Psalms frequently reflect on the transient nature of human life and the necessity of forgiveness. For example, Psalm 103 presents forgiveness as an outgrowth of the Lord's character, emphasizing his compassion, steadfast love, and understanding of human frailty. This depiction of God's nature is visible in the grace formula used in the verse 8. The Lord is full of compassion and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in mercy. The verse which has its parallels in Exodus 34. In the same psalm, verses 15 and 16, the psalmist writes, "As for man, his days are like grass. He flourishes like a flower of the field, for the wind passes over it, and it is gone, and its place knows it no more." The psalmist employs here a powerful image: humankind as a grass. The Hebrew term used here for a man, or better, humankind, is enosh. And this image prepares for a strong contrast to the permanence of the Lord's mercy in the following two verses, 17 and 18. This image is a familiar one in the Hebrew Bible. It reminds us of the transient existence of human beings. Just as Tagore's poem speaks of the ocean's shifting waves, this psalm acknowledges the ephemeral nature of human life. Moreover, it juxtaposes this impermanence with the eternal steadfastness of God. But the steadfast love of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting on those who fear him. Here, fear of the Lord is an acknowledgement of God's infinite greatness and holiness in contrast to human frailty and temporality. Ignorance is also an implicit theme in the Psalms. For instance, Psalm 119 offers an antidote to ignorance. "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." This psalm is the longest of all the psalms in the Bible. Its structure is designed to form and maintain an alphabetic acrostic, with the word law or a closely related synonym appearing in nearly every verse. When we consider verse 105 in the context of the entire psalm, it underscores the vital importance of reducing ignorance through a continuous pursuit of eternal truths. In a world often clouded by confusion and spiritual darkness, God's word serves as the guiding light, much like Tagore's pole star that keeps the traveler's course steady. This divine guidance addresses the human yearning for clarity and understanding, enabling the people to navigate the treacherous waters of life. Tagore's image of the ocean captures the profound suffering inherent in human existence. The Psalms, too, are replete with cries of anguish and pleas for deliverance. For instance, Psalm 69 captures this. "Save me, O God, for the waters have come up to my neck. I am weary with my crying out, my throat is parched." Here we see that even in the depths of despair, the psalmist holds fast to God as the ultimate refuge. The text of this psalm is tied to the New Testament passion accounts and to various writings both within and beyond the Bible, and various traditions throughout the history. Throughout Christian history, it has been regarded as a moving portrayal of suffering and redemption. Tagore's invocation of the pole star as a symbol of God's unwavering presence calls to mind, for instance, Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth gives way, though the mountains be moved into the heart of the sea. This psalm praises the stability protected by God in an universe threatened by the destructive power of chaos. In this sense, the assurance of God's steadfastness is the heart of both Tagore's and the psalmist's reflections. When the world's impermanence and suffering threaten to overwhelm human beings, God's enduring presence recenters our straying hearts, much like the traveler who, upon glimpsing the pole star, finds their bearings restored. Both Tagore's poem and the Psalms offer profound insights into the human experience, addressing impermanence, suffering, and the search for divine guidance. Whether it's Tagore's evocative imagery or the psalmist's cries for deliverance, both remind us that, amid life's uncertainties, God's unwavering presence offers clarity, hope, and strength. For those of us navigating the complexities of existence, these texts invite us to trust in a light that leads us through the storms of life.